Sutra of Mahā-Prajñā-Pāramitā pronounced by Mañjuśrī Bodhisattva, also known as Perfection of Wisdom in 700 Lines, translated from Sanskrit into Chinese in the southern Liang Dynasty by the Tripiṭaka master Mandra from Funan. Fascicle 1 of 2, translated from the Chinese of Mandra by Rulu. The unsurpassed, profound, and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of eons. I now see and hear it, receive and uphold it, and I vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning. Thus I have heard. At one time, the Buddha was staying in the Anathapindika garden of Jetavana Park in the city kingdom of Sravasti, together with 1,000 great bhikshus and 10,000 bodhisattva mahasattvas. These great bodhisattvas are all majestically adorned with merit and wisdom, and standing on the ground of no regress. Among them were Maitreya Bodhisattva, Mañjuśrī Bodhisattva, Unimpeded Eloquence Bodhisattva, and Never Abandoning the Mission Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva Mahasattva Mañjuśrī, the youth, came at dawn from his place to the place where the Buddha was and stood outside. Then great voice hearers, such as the Venerable Sariputra, Purna Matrianaputra, Mahamaugalyayana, Mahakasyapa, Mahakatyayana, and Mahakausthila, also came from their respective places to the place where the Buddha was and stood outside. The Buddha knew that the assembly had convened. The Tathagata came out of his dwelling, arranged his seat, and sat down. He asked Sariputra, "Why are you standing outside this morning?" Sariputra replied to the Buddha, "World-honored one, Bodhisattva Mañjuśrī the youth arrived first and stood outside the door. I actually arrived later." Then the world-honored one asked Mañjuśrī, "You were the first to arrive here. Did you wish to see the Tathagata?" Mañjuśrī replied to the Buddha, "Indeed, world-honored one, I did come here to see the Tathagata. Why? Because I delight in making the right observation to benefit sentient beings. I observe the Tathagata by the appearances of true suchness, namely, never moving, never acting, with neither birth nor death, neither existent nor non-existent, neither somewhere nor nowhere, neither in the past, present, or future, nor not in the past, present, or future, neither dual nor non-dual, neither pure nor impure. Through appearances such as these, I correctly observe the Tathagata to benefit sentient beings." The Buddha told Mañjuśrī, "If one can see the Tathagata as such, one's mind will neither grasp nor not grasp, neither accumulate nor not accumulate." Sariputra said to Mañjuśrī, "It is rare for anyone to see the Tathagata in the way you describe. As you observe the Tathagata for the sake of all sentient beings, your mind does not grasp the appearances of sentient beings. As you teach all sentient beings to head for nirvana, your mind does not grasp the appearance of nirvana. As you manifest such great majesty for all sentient beings, your mind does not see the appearance of majesty." Then Bodhisattva Mahasattva Mañjuśrī the youth said to Sariputra, "Indeed, indeed, it is just as you say. Although I activate the mind of great majesty for all sentient beings, I never see the appearances of sentient beings. Although I am adorned with great majesty for all sentient beings, their realm neither increases nor decreases. Suppose a Buddha stays in a world for a kalpa. Although each world has only one Buddha, there are as many Buddhas as the innumerable boundless sands of the Ganges. Suppose they all pronounce the Dharma day and night for a kalpa, or over a kalpa, never resting their minds. Suppose each of them delivers as many sentient beings as the innumerable sands of the Ganges, enabling them to enter nirvana. Yet the realm of sentient beings neither increases nor decreases. This applies to all Buddha lands in the 10 directions. All Buddhas pronounce the Dharma to teach and transform sentient beings, each delivering as many sentient beings as the innumerable sands of the Ganges, enabling them to enter nirvana. Yet the realm of sentient beings neither increases nor decreases. Why not? Because the definite appearances of sentient beings can never be captured. Hence, the realm of sentient beings neither increases nor decreases. Sariputra then asked Mañjuśrī, given that the realm of sentient beings neither increases nor decreases, why do bodhisattvas always pronounce the Dharma to sentient beings as they seek Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? Mañjuśrī replied, because the appearances of sentient beings are empty, there are neither bodhisattvas seeking Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi nor sentient beings to whom they pronounce the Dharma. Why not? Because I say that in all dharmas, not a single dharma can be captured. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, if sentient beings do not truly exist, why do you speak of sentient beings and their realm? Mañjuśrī replied, the appearance of the realm of sentient beings is just like that of the realm of Buddhas. Is there a measure for the realm of sentient beings? The measure for the realm of sentient beings is just like that for the realm of Buddhas, he replied. The Buddha next asked, is there a place for the measure of the realm of sentient beings? He replied, the measure of the realm of sentient beings is inconceivable. The Buddha next asked, does the appearance of the realm of sentient beings abide in something? He replied, open sky does not abide, nor do sentient beings. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, if one practices Prajnaparamita in this way, how does one abide in Prajnaparamita? Mañjuśrī replied, not abiding in dharmas is abiding in Prajnaparamita. The Buddha next asked Mañjuśrī, why is not abiding in dharmas called abiding in Prajnaparamita? Mañjuśrī replied, not abiding in appearances is abiding in Prajnaparamita. The Buddha next asked Mañjuśrī, as one abides in Prajnaparamita in this way, do one's roots of goodness increase or decrease? Mañjuśrī replied, as one abides in Prajnaparamita in this way, one's roots of goodness neither increase nor decrease. All dharmas neither increase nor decrease, and the nature and appearance of Prajnaparamita neither increase nor decrease. World-honored one, practicing Prajnaparamita in this way, one neither abandons the Dharma of ordinary beings, nor grasps the Dharma of sages and holy beings. Why not? Because as one practices Prajnaparamita, one does not see any Dharma that can be grasped or abandoned. Moreover, practicing Prajnaparamita in this way, one sees neither samsara to dislike, nor nirvana to like. Why not? Because one does not even see samsara, much less dislike it, and because one does not even see nirvana, much less like it. Practicing Prajnaparamita in this way, one sees neither afflictions to abandon nor merits to grasp. One's mind neither increases nor decreases with respect to all dharmas. Why not? Because one sees neither increase nor decrease in the Dharma realm. World-honored one, training in this way is called practicing Prajnaparamita. World-honored one, seeing neither birth nor death of dharmas is practicing Prajnaparamita. World-honored one, seeing neither increase nor decrease of dharmas is practicing Prajnaparamita. World-honored one, wishing for nothing and seeing no dharma appearance to seek are practicing Prajnaparamita. World-honored one sees nothing beautiful or ugly, high or low, to grasp or abandon. Why? Dharmas are neither beautiful nor ugly because they are free from appearances. Dharmas are neither high nor low because they are equal in dharma nature. Dharmas are beyond being grasped or abandoned because they abide in true reality. This is the way to practice Prajnaparamita. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, "Is the Buddha Dharma not superb?" Mañjuśrī replied, "I do not see any superb appearance in dharmas. It can be verified as through the Tathagata's self-realization that all dharmas are empty." The Buddha told Mañjuśrī, "Indeed, indeed, the Tathagata has attained the perfect enlightenment through self-realization of the emptiness of dharmas." Mañjuśrī responded to the Buddha, "World-honored one, in the dharma of emptiness, is there superbness that can be captured?" The Buddha praised, very good, Mañjuśrī. What you say is the true dharma." The Buddha next asked Mañjuśrī, "Is Anuttara called the Buddha Dharma?" Mañjuśrī replied, "As the Buddha says, Anuttara is called the Buddha Dharma. Why? Because that no dharma can be captured is called Anuttara." Mañjuśrī continued, "Whoever practices Prajnaparamita in this way is not called a dharma vessel which is intended to capture things. Not seeing dharmas that can transform ordinary beings, not seeing the Buddha Dharma, and not seeing enhancing dharmas are all practicing Prajnaparamita. Furthermore, world-honored one, while practicing Prajnaparamita, one does not see any dharma that can be differentiated or contemplated." The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, "Do you not contemplate the Buddha Dharma?" Mañjuśrī replied, "No, world-honored one. In my contemplation, I do not see the Buddha Dharma, nor do I differentiate dharmas into ordinary beings, voice-hearers, and Pratyeka Buddhas. Hence it is called the unsurpassed Buddha Dharma. Moreover, seeing neither the appearances of ordinary beings, nor the appearances of the Buddha Dharma, nor the definite appearances of dharmas, is practicing Prajnaparamita. While practicing Prajnaparamita, one does not see the desire realm, the form realm, the formless realm, or the nirvana realm. Why not? Because not seeing dharmas with the appearance of extinction is practicing Prajnaparamita. Seeing neither the one giving kindness nor the other requiting kindness is practicing Prajnaparamita. Contemplating the appearance of subject and object without differentiation is practicing Prajnaparamita. Seeing neither the Buddha Dharma to grasp nor the Dharma of ordinary beings to abandon is practicing Prajnaparamita. Seeing neither the Dharma of ordinary beings to end nor the Buddha Dharma to grasp, yet still coming to know it in one's mind, is practicing Prajnaparamita. The Buddha praised Mañjuśrī. Very good, very good. You can describe so well the appearances of the profound Prajnaparamita, which is the Dharma seal that Bodhisattva Mahasattvas are learning. Even voice hearers, of whom some are still learning, and others have nothing more to learn, and Pratyeka Buddhas should train for their Bodhi fruit without separating from this Dharma seal. The Buddha told Mañjuśrī, if those who have heard this Dharma are not shocked or terrified, they must have already planted their roots of goodness, not just under thousands of Buddhas, but even under billions of kotis of Buddhas. then they are able not to be shocked or terrified by this profound Prajnaparamita. Mañjuśrī said to the Buddha, I will now further explain the meaning of Prajnaparamita. The Buddha said, Speak then. Mañjuśrī said, World-honored one, while practicing Prajnaparamita, one should not see whether one should abide in a dharma, nor should one see whether an object has an appearance that can be grasped or abandoned. Why not? Because Tathagatas do not see the states of dharmas. They do not even see the states of Buddhas, much less those of voice-hearers, Pratyeka Buddhas, or ordinary beings. One should not grasp appearances, whether conceivable or inconceivable. By not seeing various dharma appearances, one will realize on one's own the inconceivable dharma of emptiness. All bodhisattvas who train in this way must have made offerings to innumerable billions of kotis of Buddhas, under whom they must have planted their roots of goodness. Consequently, they are able not to be shocked or terrified by this profound Prajnaparamita. Moreover, as one practices Prajnaparamita, seeing neither bondage nor liberation, nor distinctions among ordinary beings or even among the three vehicles, is practicing Prajnaparamita. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, To how many Buddhas have you made offerings? Mañjuśrī replied, Buddhas and I have illusory appearances, which are neither recipients nor givers. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, Can you not now abide in the Buddha vehicle? Mañjuśrī replied, I do not see a single dharma in my contemplation. How should I abide in the Buddha vehicle? The Buddha asked, Mañjuśrī, have you not acquired the Buddha vehicle? Mañjuśrī replied, The Buddha vehicle is only a name, which can be neither captured nor seen. How can I acquire it? The Buddha asked, Mañjuśrī, have you acquired the unimpeded wisdom knowledge? Mañjuśrī replied, I am the unimpeded. How can the unimpeded acquire the unimpeded? The Buddha asked, Do you sit in a Bodhi Mandra? Mañjuśrī replied, None of the Tathagatas sits in a Bodhi Mandra. How should I alone sit in a Bodhi Mandra? I presently see that dharmas abide in true reality. The Buddha asked, What is called true reality? Mañjuśrī replied, The view that one has a self is true reality. The Buddha asked, Why is the view that one has a self true reality? Mañjuśrī replied, Taking this view as an appearance of true suchness, which is neither real nor unreal, neither coming nor going, with neither a self nor no self, is called true reality. Sariputra said to the Buddha, World-honored one, those who can come to a definite understanding of this meaning are called bodhisattvas. Why? Because they have learned the appearances of this profound Prajnaparamita, and their minds are not shocked, not terrified, not baffled, and not regretful. Maitreya Bodhisattva said to the Buddha, World-honored one, those who have learned all the Dharma appearances of Prajnaparamita are near a Buddha's seat. Why? Because Tathagatas are presently aware of these Dharma appearances. Mañjuśrī Bodhisattva said to the Buddha, World-honored one, if those who have heard this profound Prajnaparamita can be not shocked, not terrified, not baffled, and not regretful, we should know that they, in effect, see Buddhas. Then the Upasika, no appearance, said to the Buddha, World-honored one, dharmas, such as ordinary beings, voice-hearers, Pratyeka Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Buddhas, have no appearances. Therefore, upon hearing Prajnaparamita, we are not astonished, not terrified, not baffled, and not regretful. Why not? Because dharmas have never had any appearances. The Buddha told Sariputra, "If good men and good women, having heard this profound Prajnaparamita, can come to resoluteness in their minds, not shocked, not terrified, not baffled, and not regretful, know that they stand on the ground of no regress." If those who have heard this profound Prajnaparamita are not shocked, not terrified, not baffled, and not regretful, but believe, accept, appreciate, and listen tirelessly, they have in effect achieved Dana-paramita, Sila-paramita, Kshanti-paramita, Virya-paramita, Dhyana-paramita, and Prajna-paramita. Moreover, they can reveal and explicate the teachings to others and can have them train accordingly. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, "In your opinion, what is meant by attaining Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi and by abiding in Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi?" Mañjuśrī replied, "I have no Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi to attain, nor do I abide in the Buddha vehicle. Then how should I attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? What I describe is only the appearance of Bodhi." The Buddha praised Mañjuśrī. "Very good, very good. You have so skillfully explained the meaning of this profound Dharma. You have long planted your roots of goodness under past Buddhas, training with purity in the Brahma way of life according to the Dharma of no appearance." Mañjuśrī replied, "If one sees appearances, then one can speak of no appearance. I now see neither appearance nor no appearance. How can I be said to train in the Brahma way of life according to the Dharma of no appearance?" The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, "Do you see voice-hearer precepts?" "Yes, I see them." The Buddha asked, "How do you see them?" Mañjuśrī replied, "I do not hold the view of ordinary beings, the view of holy beings, the view of those who are still learning, or the view of those who have nothing more to learn. Nor do I hold the great view, the small view, the view to overcome, or the view not to overcome. I hold neither a view nor its opposite view." Sariputra said to Mañjuśrī, "This is how you view the voice-hearer vehicle. How do you view the Buddha vehicle?" Mañjuśrī said, "I do not see the Dharma of Bodhi, nor do I see anyone training for Bodhi or attaining Bodhi." Sariputra asked Mañjuśrī, "What is called Buddha? How does one observe a Buddha?" Mañjuśrī asked, "What is self?" Sariputra replied, "Self is only a name, and the appearance of a name is empty." Mañjuśrī said, "Indeed, indeed. Just as self is only a name, so too Buddha is only a name. Realizing the emptiness of a name is Bodhi. One should seek Bodhi without using names. The appearance of Bodhi is free from words. Why? Because words and Bodhi are both empty." Furthermore, Sariputra, you ask me what is called Buddha and how one should observe a Buddha. That which has neither birth nor death, neither names nor appearances, and is neither coming nor going, is called Buddha. As one observes the true reality of one's own body, in the same way one observes a Buddha. Only the wise can understand that this is called observing a Buddha. Then Sariputra said to the Buddha, "World-honored one, Prajnaparamita as pronounced by Mañjuśrī is not understandable or knowable to novice bodhisattvas." Mañjuśrī said, "Not only novice bodhisattvas cannot know it, but even riders of the two vehicles who have accomplished their undertaking for arhatship or pratyeka Buddhahood cannot understand or know it. No one can know the Dharma expounded in this way. Why not? Because the appearance of Bodhi cannot be known through such dharmas as seeing, hearing, capturing, thinking, speaking, or listening. Bodhi is empty and silent in nature and appearance, with no birth, no death, no attaining, no knowing, no shape, and no form. How can there be an attainer of Bodhi? Sariputra asked Mañjuśrī, has not the Buddha in the Dharma realm attained Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? Mañjuśrī replied, no, Sariputra. Why not? Because the world-honored one is the Dharma realm. Verifying the Dharma realm by means of the Dharma realm would be a contradiction. Sariputra, the appearance of the Dharma realm is Bodhi. Why? Because in the Dharma realm, sentient beings have no appearances, as all dharmas are empty. The emptiness of all dharmas is Bodhi, which is non-dual and free from differentiation. Sariputra, without differentiation, there is no knower. Without a knower, there are no words. Without words, there is neither existence nor non-existence, neither knowing nor not knowing. This is true for all dharmas. Why? Because dharmas cannot be identified by places, which imply a definite nature. For example, the sinful appearance of the 5 rebellious acts is inconceivable. Why? Because the true reality of dharmas is indestructible. Thus, the sin of committing a rebellious act has no self-essence. True reality neither is reborn in heaven, nor falls into hell, nor does it enter nirvana. Why not? Because all karmic conditions abide in true reality, which is neither coming nor going, neither cause nor effect. Why? Because the Dharma realm has no edge, neither front nor back. Therefore, Sariputra, in true reality, pure spiritual trainees do not enter nirvana, and bhikshus with grave sins do not fall into hell. They are neither worthy nor unworthy of offerings, neither ending nor not ending their afflictions. Why not? Because in emptiness all dharmas abide in equality. Sariputra asked, what is called the unwavering endurance in the realization of the no-birth of dharmas? Mañjuśrī replied, not seeing the appearance of birth or death in even a speck of dharma is called the unwavering endurance in the realization of the no-birth of dharmas. Sariputra asked, who is called the bhikshu who does not overcome? Mañjuśrī replied, an arhat who has no more afflictions to discharge is the one who does not overcome. Why? Because having eradicated all of his afflictions, an arhat has nothing to overcome. Those who take fallible mental actions are called ordinary beings. Why? Because ordinary beings do not act in accord with the Dharma realm and are therefore called the fallible ones. Sariputra said, very good, very good. You now have well explained to me the meaning of an arhat who has ended his afflictions and the discharges thereof. Mañjuśrī said, indeed, indeed, I am a true arhat who has ended his afflictions. Why? Because I have crushed the desire for the voice-hearer vehicle and the desire for the Pratyeka Buddha vehicle. For this reason, I am called an arhat who has ended his afflictions. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, when a bodhisattva sits in a bodhimanda, does he attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? Mañjuśrī replied, when a bodhisattva sits in a bodhimanda, he does not attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Why not? Because the appearance of Bodhi is true suchness. Not finding a speck of Dharma to capture is called Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Because Bodhi has no appearance, who can sit and who can rise? For this reason, I see neither a bodhisattva sitting in a bodhimanda, nor anyone realizing anuttara samyak sambodhi. Mañjuśrī said to the Buddha, World-honored one, Bodhi is the 5 rebellious acts, and the 5 rebellious acts are Bodhi. Why? Because Bodhi and the 5 rebellious acts are free from duality. Hence, there is neither learning nor learner, neither perceiving nor perceiver, neither knowing nor knower, neither differentiating nor differentiator. Such appearances are called Bodhi. In the same way, one should view the appearances of the 5 rebellious acts. If there are those who say that they see Bodhi and have attained it, we should know that they are the ones with exceeding arrogance. The world-honored one asked Mañjuśrī, Would you say that I am the thus come one, and address me as the Tathagata? Mañjuśrī responded, No, world-honored one, I would not say that the name Tathagata is the thus come one. Suchness does not have an appearance that can be called suchness, nor is there Tathagata wisdom that can know suchness. Why not? Because the Tathagata and his wisdom are free from duality. Because emptiness is Tathagata, which is only a name, what should I say is the Tathagata? The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, Do you doubt the Tathagata? Mañjuśrī replied, No, world-honored one, I have no doubt, because, in my observation, the Tathagata, with neither birth nor death, does not have a definite nature. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, Would you say that the Tathagata has appeared in the world? Mañjuśrī replied, If the Tathagata appeared in the world, the entire Dharma realm would also appear. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, Would you say that Buddhas as numerous as the sands of the Ganges have entered parinirvana? Mañjuśrī replied, Buddhas have the one appearance, the inconceivable appearance. The Buddha agreed with Mañjuśrī. Indeed, Buddhas have the one appearance, the inconceivable appearance. Mañjuśrī asked the Buddha, World-honored one, is the Buddha now staying in this world? The Buddha answered Mañjuśrī, Indeed. Mañjuśrī said, If the Buddha were staying in this world, then Buddhas as numerous as the sands of the Ganges would also stay in their worlds. Why? Because all Buddhas have the same one appearance, the inconceivable appearance. The inconceivable appearance has neither birth nor death. If future Buddhas were to appear in their worlds, then all Buddhas of the past, present, and future would also appear in their worlds. Why? Because in what is inconceivable, there is no appearance of past, future, or present. However, sentient beings are attached to their perceptions, and they say that there are Buddhas who appear in the world, and Buddhas who enter nirvana. The Buddha told Mañjuśrī, This is the understanding of Tathagatas, Arhats, and Bodhisattvas at the level of Avinivartaniya. Why? Because these 3 types of beings, having heard the profound Dharma, are able neither to criticize nor to praise it. Mañjuśrī agreed with the Buddha. World-honored one, who could criticize and who could praise the inconceivable Dharma? The Buddha told Mañjuśrī, Tathagatas are inconceivable, and ordinary beings are inconceivable as well. Mañjuśrī asked the Buddha, Are ordinary beings also inconceivable? The Buddha replied, They too are inconceivable. Why? Because all mental appearances are inconceivable. Mañjuśrī said, If you say that Tathagatas are inconceivable, and that ordinary beings are also inconceivable, then innumerable Buddhas are just fatiguing themselves seeking nirvana. Why? Because inconceivable dharmas are nirvana, and therefore have no differences. Mañjuśrī said, Such inconceivability of ordinary beings and Buddhas can be understood only by good men and good women who have long developed roots of goodness and stayed near beneficent learned friends. The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, "Do you want the Tathagata to be the superb one among sentient beings?" Mañjuśrī replied, "I want the Tathagata to be the foremost one among sentient beings. However, sentient beings' appearances cannot be captured." The Buddha asked, "Do you want the Tathagata to acquire the inconceivable Dharma?" Mañjuśrī replied, "I want the Tathagata to acquire the inconceivable Dharma without constructing anything." The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, "Do you want the Tathagata to expound the Dharma and to teach and transform sentient beings?" Mañjuśrī replied to the Buddha, "I want the Tathagata to expound the Dharma and to teach and transform sentient beings, yet neither the speaker nor the listener can be captured." "Why not?" "Because they abide in the Dharma realm. Sentient beings in the Dharma realm have no differentiated appearances." The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, "Do you want the Tathagata to be the unexcelled fortune field?" Mañjuśrī replied, "The Tathagata, with the appearance of endlessness, is the endless fortune field. The appearance of endlessness is the unexcelled fortune field. Because the Tathagata is neither a fortune field nor not a fortune field, he is called the fortune field. Because he has no appearances such as light or dark, birth or death, he is called the fortune field. If one can understand the appearances of the fortune field in this way, the seeds of goodness one plants deeply will neither increase nor decrease." The Buddha asked Mañjuśrī, "Why do the planted seeds neither increase nor decrease?" Mañjuśrī replied, "The appearances of the fortune field are inconceivable. Cultivating goodness in the field in accordance with the Dharma is also inconceivable. Planting seeds in this way is called no increase and no decrease, and it is also the unexcelled, superb fortune field." Then, by virtue of the Buddha's spiritual power, the great earth quaked in 6 different ways, manifesting the appearances of impermanence. 16,000 people achieved the endurance and the realization of the no-birth of dharmas. Moreover, 700 bhikshus, 3,000 upasakas, 40,000 upasikas, and 60 Koti Nayuta gods of the 6 desire heavens in the midst of dharmas shunned dust and filth their afflictions and acquired the pure Dharma eye.